Hello Internet, Yoke here. Welcome back to more Necken updates. The first thing that I wanted to show you this time is the background. The trees in the background are a lot bigger now, and I think this looks so much better. The trees are twice as high, so they're 32 by 64 pixels instead of 32 by 32, and it looks a lot better. And since the trees are bigger, you get the feeling that you're a tiny human being in a big forest, rather than having the smaller trees where it kind of felt like you were in your own garden. And I think it looks really good. I still have some tearing from time to time, but that is not because of the trees, it's because of my coding skills, I guess. One problem that I didn't really expect was the amount of work behind fading out the background. So since the trees are twice as high, as you can see, like right below me there's a tree, and that tree kind of hides the gameplay area. And wow, that's a lot of background stuff, like the tearing. I'm not sure if you can see my cursor, but over here looks like garbage, and it's really horrible. I did try to fix that. Apparently I didn't succeed, so I'll get back into that. But the tree is hiding the play area, and that's not okay, because it could be valuable resources here, could be an enemy here hiding, and since you can't see it, you kind of get at a disadvantage because of my art. So since the developer wanted bigger trees, that means that you have a harder time completing the level because stuff is hidden in the background. So I did my best to try to fade this in a good way. I do this by just fading out the crown of the tree and keeping the, I don't know, stub or whatever you want to call it. Stub might work, don't know. So just keeping that bottom part of the tree intact and fading out the crown. So as you can see, when you're moving around, you can pretty much see the whole level, and you can still see the small tiny outline of the tree crown still on top of the game area. God, Jesus, on top of the play area, and you can still see that it's there. Nothing happened to it, it just faded out, so everything's Gucci. And I also changed the tree sprites in the game to reflect the new trees in the background, so that they look kind of similar and stuff like that. So the new background trees. I also spent time on adding used sprite. All the tiles that are still there when you've used them have a specific used sprite, sorry. So when you use the rocks and the trees, they look like this. They've done that for a long time, but the let me just cheat a bit. The chests and like every tile did not have this feature. So right now I added an empty chest or open chest, and this does not have that, by the way. I added one to the wagon as well, so it's been looted, and should be a house here somewhere. No house. There we go. So the houses, they don't have the lighting anymore. The sprite is not lit up, and the door is open, and there's loot scattered all over the place. So you've been there and just raided the whole place. So here you can see the difference. Not sure if we got the yeah, here we go. This is the mine, and it has different sprite because I haven't completed that one. So that one is work in progress right now. And I also changed the pickaxe upgrade from set number to bar. So on the top part of the UI you can see the bar, and if you upgrade the pickaxe, the bar goes up to 100%, and then it depletes as you use it, like this. And this is so much better than using just a number, since you can see, like, it's kind of a health system, right? So right now maximum is 80, but 80 doesn't really say anything as a player. What is 80? But when you go down to 40, the iron pickaxe turns into a copper pickaxe, and that makes no sense when you are looking at numbers. So if you upgrade the pickaxe to the copper pickaxe, the medium one, the bar goes up to 50%, and that would mean 40 out of 80, and that doesn't make any sense at all. What does that even represent? So I changed it to a bar, and it looks much better. Still not satisfied with it 100%, but looks a lot better and a lot easier to understand, I think. And like I said, when you go back to 50%, you get the copper pickaxe instead of the iron one. I did add a couple of new places. They're still work in progress. The mine, like I showed you, it will not look like this. So I just reused an old sprite. What it does is you pay, I think it's 5 wood or something. So you pay wood and you get a random pickaxe upgrade. So you get either the copper pickaxe or the iron pickaxe for 5 wood. And that's a really good way to just get something, like get a really cheap pickaxe, because normally you will pay 5 copper, no, 5 stone or 5 copper to upgrade it. So instead you only pay 5 wood, and I think that's a good thing. So if you're lucky to get that, then you are probably fine for half a level, or maybe the whole one if you're super lucky. And we also have this little pillar right here. It's not done, so I mean, it works, but it's not 100% completed right now. So if you have a sword, so right now I'm building the sword tier 1, and if you activate the tile that's supposed to be a weaponsmith, then you upgrade the sword to the next tier. So you'll basically swap your current weapon for an upgraded weapon, and I will create one for the shields as well, so you can upgrade the shields 1 tier as well. And looking at my list here, I did a lot of boring stuff that's not really, like, I'm not even going to show it. So you get healing, you heal yourself when you're eating mushroom right now, and so if I'm damaged, you can just heal up. And previously the mushroom was only aimed for, like, the only purpose was to upgrade the enemies. When the enemies ate the mushroom, they got stronger, but now you can eat them as well and get your health back, and that's a good thing. And I increased the minimum damage of the weapons, so when the weapon is almost gone, it still does a lot of damage. So I've scaled it a lot better. So I reworked the damage algorithm for that, and decreased the enemy spawns and enemy spawn counts and stuff like that. So rebalancing a lot of stuff. And also stone. So instead of getting 0 or 3, when you activate the stone, you get like 1 or 2. So you always get something, and I think that's a good thing. I also added the stats for crafting. So instead of just having the text in the middle saying worn sword for 5 stone, and you have no idea what it does and no idea if it's better or worse than the weapon you currently have equipped, you can see that, oh, you get 6 health and 3 damage from this weapon, and works with shield and body armor as well. So it's an additional thing that will make your life easier. And I added the same thing for the for the chest as well. So right now it's a bad example because I can just craft that one. So right now you can see that this sharp sword that is on the ground, it says equipped, but it's not. Should fix that. It has more health than the current one, and it has more damage than the current one. And you can also see the current and the maximum. So if I break this down, so now right now I have the same sword but 1 health and 2 damage. So right now you can see that the current and the maximum health and damage from that. And what else did we do? I have no enemies in this build, but I changed the rat for bear. So a lot of playtesters were thinking that, oh, hey, it's just a rat, so I'll just kill it. But the rat is one of the toughest enemies right now, because I wanted a static enemy that has a lot of health. So I just used a sprite that I haven't used yet, so that was a rat. And it was kind of it didn't represent the actual strength of the creature. So I made a bear, and it would probably not make the players think, oh, it's an easy one, I'll just kill this quickly because it's a fucking bear. And yeah, but no enemies in this build, so you'll just have to wait for it. Otherwise, it's on Twitter, and you can find it there if you want to see it. I did also, let me see here. Yeah, I did also try a new feature where weapon don't break 100%, if that makes any sense. So right now, if I enter combat with this one and use the shield once, the shield would break. But right now, if you enter combat, you get a lucky save. Like I didn't really find a better name for it. So right now it's called the lucky save. It's really tacky, and I will probably change it. But you have a small chance to not take damage on your last hit. So right now I used the shield. It made I damaged the tree stump, and I still have 1 health for the shield, so I can use it again. And now it's gone. So could probably no luck. And I think that's actually all the fun stuff that I've been adding. I've made a couple of small stuff in the background that you can't see. I reworked the place algorithm and like not the algorithm, but the structure of it. But it doesn't really make any difference for players. It's only a difference for me as a developer. And played around a bit with lighting and effects and stuff like that. So nothing new to show, but I've made a lot of stuff in the background. Yeah. Other than that, I'm continuing to work on my to-do list, and I will soon I'll start building some bigger mechanics. I have a couple of big mechanics coming up, and I want to try them before showing them. Just build them, try them, see what I think. If they're good, I'll keep them, and I think they will complement the combat system in a good way and stuff like that. And it will also make it easier to create bosses if that's going to be the case. And I'm looking forward to testing that stuff out as well. But yeah, that's everything I've got so far. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you again next time. And please like and subscribe if you don't already. See ya. Bye.